Oh, let me turn on my freaking settings.
Make sure you have your audio set.
Audio is set.
You have your open mic on.
Yes, I do.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Echo League Season 2 series. Today we are in Europe. This is a B Division game. This is tjsutton on the mic with Jen Giraffe once again. How you doing, Jen?
Hello, hello. Fantastic. So happy to be here.
Excited indeed. So excited to see what these two teams have in store for us. Had a little bit of lobby issues before this, but things seem to have cleaned up now, and we are ready to go. So Bristleback and a Darkseer ban.
I'm surprised I haven't seen Darkseer more often in these recent games. I mean, he's a great laner. His skills are really good for team fighting. I'm glad to see him banned here. I guess to at least be recognized, but I'd love to see him in a game.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe, but I think I'd rather see him in an NA game so that way I don't have to worry about some lag from a vacuum wall combo or something.
Oh my goodness.
And we have an Abaddon ban. Seen a lot of Abaddon played recently, especially in the off lane, just tearing through people.
Oh yeah, he's great in lane. I mean, with his Apothic Shield and his ult, basically he's really hard to take down. I mean, he's been solo off laning and he's been totally happy with that.
It,
Ooh.
so we have a Jug ban and then a first pick Lich. Interesting. Haven't seen too much of Lich lately, but I guess they're hoping to utilize his creep deny and his ult.
Yeah, definitely. I think having a lot of people grouping together, especially if you have a clockwork inside or people grouping up around it, he would be really good to have his chain frost go off, not being able to separate.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I was about to say we've seen a lot of this Sand King Clockwork combo.
Oh
Seems
yeah.
to be a favorite of these Echo League teams. This duo, but I mean, Lich is a pretty good first pick into that. Like you said, people getting caught in the cogs and being around the cogs.
Right. Oh yeah, definitely. And I think Sand King does really great in lane with his caustic, just harassing the other team if there is a melee up against him in lane. So yeah, I think he's a great laner. It's a great place to be. Same thing with Clockwork with his battery assault. Um, we've seen a lot of really good roaming Clockworks lately, being able to get around and push people out of position and kind of delay the game for the other team. So probably might that's what we might be seeing here. A silencer.
Yeah, and actually, yeah, Lich is pretty good. He also built a force staff, so he can push his friends out of the clockwork cogs if they get caught in it. And silencer, we'll have to wait and see if this is going to be a mid or a support silencer. That's the nice thing about silencer is you can draft him early and make your decision later, depending what the lanes look like or the
Mm-hmm.
draft looks like.
And yeah, he does really well in lane. He has a lot of spammable skills that he can use against the opposing team as well.
Exactly. So got a troll ban coming out. Another just good carry in general. Don't want to get stun locked by him. Um, haven't seen. I don't know if I can't remember if I've seen a troll yet, but it might be just something they don't want to deal with.
Yeah, he's definitely really frustrating to deal with his bash and kind of being able to bash you down in a way. And with his attack speed, especially increasing as he goes, I could see how he's just really annoying.
Yeah, both teams taking time with their bans. Um, Probably good. Discussing their game plan and what they're wanting to what they're wanting to draft here. So, I'm trying to think. So, who has first pick? Dyer has first pick after this. So, okay, off
Oh,
lane,
another
Sand
ban.
King, roaming, Clockwork. What do you think they're going to draft next? Another? Do you think they're going to pick up their five or?
I have a feeling they might be focusing on their mid lane maybe right now. Just because if they're thinking that the silencer is going to end up mid, maybe they're trying to figure out how they can counter that or what synergy would work best with their lineup right now. A lot of teams have been kind of focusing on their trying to get their mid laners and their safe laners just because I think right now the most contested was probably Sven figuring out which side was going to get that hero.
Yeah, and it's something I have noticed in these games of late is we've been seeing your the second support being drafted later in the in the drafting phase.
Right.
A lot of times you see
Starting.
support, offlaner, support, but we've been seeing a lot of supports being drafted fourth or even fifth picked in some of these games recently.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that maybe there aren't a huge number of viable picks right now in this meta. Like I said, the this Sven usually has been switching off between sides, if not banned already. So I think they're just trying to find the best hero that they can use, especially because the hard carry right now, it seems to be the meta for the hard carry, making sure they have a good lane, babysitting them in lane, and I think that just might be why they're focusing so hard on making sure they get the best carry for their lineup.
Yeah, and we haven't been seeing as much CM as of late too, with the recent nerfs that she's gotten in regards to mana costs and movement speed. She's still pretty good, but we see a lot of teams forego her for someone like Sand King or I've been seeing a lot of Disruptor recently. He's kind of been rising in pick rate lately, I've noticed.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think Disruptor, like I said, he does really great in lane. He has a great harass, with having the Thunder Strike and things like that, and being able to glimpse the other team's hard carry away from us while they're in the middle of a fight. He'd be great to be utilized in a draft. Just as great in support and great in team fights.
A Phoenix pick now. I casted a game earlier today and we saw Phoenix in both those games. Starting to
Oh.
see a rise of Phoenix.
Yeah, I can't say that I've seen the same. I think I just haven't seen enough games. Maybe it's just the region as well. In NA, I don't think I've seen a lot of Phoenix popping up, but I could see this hero doing great in lane, doing great in general, being able to heal up the heroes as they, run in towards people and then, diving and ulting. So definitely a great hero to have on their lineup as well.
Yeah, and I can see kind of a wombo combo coming out of these. Phoenix diving in, using egg, and then as soon as the egg is starting to take damage, Clockwork hook shots in. You have a burrow strike epicenter.
Yeah,
Definitely see a lot of chaos being caused by these three
definitely.
heroes.
Yeah, and then throwing in his, with battery assault and the rocket flares, trying to chase down heroes as well.
A shadow shaman. So I'd say this is definitely a core silencer then. Um,
Yes,
Lots
yeah.
of good push potential from the shaman.
I like the shaman definitely. Like you said, push potential and having lockdown with the hex and the the lockdown. I think he does really well and trying, pick off heroes and helping out ganking. So, definitely a great hero as a support. I think this is probably one of my favorite supports to see.
Yeah, and good lane harassing too. He's gotten a ton of damage buffs as of late for his right clicks.
Hmm.
So I'm
Yeah.
trying to think. He'll probably be up against these either clock. Yeah, he's probably going to be up against this clockwork. So he's just going to have to work on zoning out clockwork without taking too much damage from a battery assault and getting caught up in that.
And there's the hard carry life stealer.
Got some good delivery systems for him as well.
Definitely running around in the Sand King or even the Clockwork. I think he has a great vehicle to kind of surprise and explode with a burrow strike, that kind of thing.
So even with Phoenix, just dive in with Icarus dive and pop out
Oh yeah.
like that. That could also be a good one. So you never know. It's going to be they're going to be playing hide the life stealer, and you're not going to know which cup is holding it. So
Right, definitely. And I think they just have to be careful as well. I mean, like they said, the Lich does have the Chain Frost, so if these heroes are grouping up around the exploding life stealer, it's definitely a danger for them if Lich can get off a good ultimate.
hmm yeah. So okay, Lich. So they need their offlaner and their safe. Well, I mean, technically, Silencer can be a safe lane carry. Okay,
So
nope, that's
there's
going
the
to be their
upgrade.
lone druid.
Yeah.
Interesting. Have not seen a lone druid yet.
Yeah, I have not either. I am excited to see this hero come out actually. Again, I think he has some great rotations and being able to use the bear to kind of push as well. And I mean, he also has a good ultimate. with not the ultimates, the roar to kind of get people in position or out of position, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Clockwork coming in with a battery assault or something, just fear him away. Same thing
Exactly.
with Sand King or something.
Or a life
So
stealer popping out before he can get a feast off, something like that, and definitely pushing him out of position so he's not able to get where he needs to be.
yeah, okay. So they don't want the lockdown with the Legion. Don't want to, yeah, don't want them to be dueled and hexed and shackled,
Oh
or
yeah,
Lich Frost, Chain Frost come out.
exactly. Yeah,
So
yeah, definitely. Looks like Inflated MMR is probably going to be looking to pick up their either mid if
off.
Silencer's not going mid.
Yeah, because oh man, I continue to be amazed at how versatile Silencer is because he can be a pretty nasty offlaner,
Oh yeah,
throwing Last Word and Arcane Curse on people. So, but I assume they're going to like up against. You don't want to put him up against the Life Stealer.
that's
He
true.
is a little slow. Oh, a Beastmaster.
Whew.
I'm excited for this draft now.
Definitely a lot of micro coming out and some vision scouting for sure. I mean, with the bear, with the pig, and with the bird, just being able to find everyone where they need to be, preventing a clockwork from getting a good hook shot. Yeah, I definitely like this draft coming out from Inflated MMRs.
Yeah, and really good lockdown on the Life Stealer as well with the roar.
Oh yeah,
Um, so,
the roar, the
ooh.
shackle, and even the fear, kind of putting him out of position, and a silencer, putting out a great global. He could prevent all of from Phoenix doing her egg, from Sand King doing her epicenter. I think this is a really strong lineup right now.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch this Beastmaster. I just wonder if he's going to go animal centric build, kind of like the zoo build, or if he's going to go more towards the axe, the whirling axes. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
it'll be interesting to see how he decides to take this. And there's the mid lane
Oh,
puck.
puck. Ooh,
Whew.
it's going to be enough. Okay, so they have 4 vehicles for this life stealer.
Absolutely, yeah. He can literally jump into any hero he wanted, and it would be a great vehicle for him. And Puck having his ultimate, or her ultimate, excuse me, with the Dream Coil, catching out all the heroes if they are grouped up together.
Yeah. Oh man, this is going to be a good game. This is a good draft. I like this a lot.
Definitely, yeah. I think it's not totally meta, so it's not super straightforward. So we get to see some new heroes kind of maybe shine or see what doesn't work. But I definitely think it's going to be a super exciting game.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
All right, we're going to get over to our tower battle. See who wins there.
Yeah.
Well, definitely a lot of strength tags coming out from Special K. 4
Yeah,
strength types.
yeah. The nice thing about the Radiance draft is they don't really have to worry. I mean, strength, but they don't really have any like super tanky people that this life shield is going to benefit from a
Right.
lot from like feasting or open wounding them. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Oof. We got a beat down in the tower showdown.
Oh man.
But it's not the towers that matter. It's who takes them down first, so.
All right, got some good luck, have fun's coming out. So let's introduce these teams. On the Radiant side, we have Demoli on the Lone Druid. We have Two Bear on the Shadow Shaman. Towley on the Lich. Madhu running the Silencer. And Krabby on the Beastmaster.
Fun stuff. And up here on the Dire, we have Gasper on the Life Stealer. We have Blank on the Phoenix. Towards the bottom, we have Steve Kellogg's on the Puck, Patroclus on the Clockwork, and Slovakian on the Sand King.
Yeah. So looks like we got some early pings coming out. Looks like Lich was spotted putting down a ward in this mid lane, so that will definitely be dewarded very soon. And using this bear, it looks like to really scout out this bot rune what this rune situation, see who all is here.
Yeah, I've been already trying to early harass on the puck.
Oh, he's trying to
Is he gonna
get
deny
the.
it?
Nope. Okay, Steve was able to grab the rune.
Yeah, that was nice.
Seeing if he could grab two from him.
So it looks like what we have a 2-2 for the runes.
Yep. Nothing crazy.
All right,
All
so
right.
looking at laning, it looks like we do have a 2-1-2 coming out from both sides. Beastmaster and the Lich up on top, and we have the Puck against the Silencer. Again, very versatile hero. I'm glad to see this lineup, or this matchup, excuse me. The Clockwork. Oh, we have an early
Yeah, definitely.
rotation.
Do we?
Looks like Slovakian is trying to maybe get up towards mid or
Oh,
the other way
okay.
around. He was on bottom earlier with the Clockwork. So maybe it
Yeah,
looks
just
like... I'm sorry, go ahead.
no. I was just saying, making some last minute lane adjustments. So
Yeah, it looks like we will have the tri-lane then up top. Maybe it'll be the Sand King that's focusing more on roaming rather than the Clockwork. We'll see.
yeah, this Clockwork is going to win his levels, so he's going to stay in this off lane. Although he does need to be careful from Two Bears harass that he can put out.
It doesn't look like he's chosen any of his levels yet, Shadow Shaman, or any of his skills yet. Trying to figure out what would be best suited.
Yeah, he's probably going to wait until a situation arises and then skill whatever he needs. If if like his LD is getting gone on or he's getting gone on, and he'll scale his hex. But if they're looking to secure a kill, he'll level his shackle. I don't think he's going to level his ether shock, but
Yep, yeah. Looks like Lifesteer was taking a little bit of harass coming out from Tao Li and Krabby, so he had to back up a little bit.
yeah. Let's see. Okay, so he does go for at least first level in animals, which makes sense. Help you farm, help you harass, especially in this aggro tri lane, being able to use your board to harass two supports,
Oh, yeah.
both the Phoenix and the Sand King.
Yeah, just trying to keep them at bay and at least have some vision of, potential ganking, things like that. Trying to keep them out of vision or in vision so they know where they constantly are.
Yeah, and they're also looking to Tally's looking to try to contest any stacking, pulling from this hard camp here. Just trying to make it so Lifestealer doesn't have a large camp to farm here in a few minutes. I mean, and Patroclus is doing pretty well. He's already level 3. He's on par with this LD. And Two Bear just hit his level 2 with that bounty rune.
Oh,
So he's not doing too shabby.
Top. Oh, Krabby.
Sunray coming out on Krabby. Are they going to be able to finish him off? Just a few more hits. Do we have an open wounds or something? Oh, nice block from Tally.
Yeah.
Good body block.
That was really great coming out from the support.
Very good.
Yeah, I've been sending out his bird now to kind of see and make sure no one else is trying to pick up on him. It's definitely retreating pretty far back. It's pretty detrimental now that the shrines no longer spawn until 5 minutes, so he's got to take his walk all the way back to kind of regen himself.
Yeah. In the meantime, that allows your support to sit in lane and soak some XP. Because Lich is one of those heroes that does benefit from some early levels. Although I'm not really a fan of. He has 2 points in sacrifice. I think really well. He's going for like a 202 build, which isn't bad. But I would like to see more harass come out with the Frost Blast. But then again, you do need mana to sustain that. So I guess that's not too bad.
Right.
We have a DD rune bot. Silencer goes to check top, and it looks like this bot rune is going to be grabbed by this puck.
Yeah, looking at the mid lane matchup, they're not too far apart. We have 18-7 to the 15-1. Puck was a bit ahead of Silencer earlier, but now Silencer seemed to catch up a bit. So for the most part, I would say they're both level 5 right now, pretty even.
Mm-hmm.
Both have spammable skills to kind of throw at each other. Let's see.
Yeah, I definitely think Puck has the greater kill potential.
Absolutely.
Just with Puck's skill set. And especially with that DD rune, he's gonna the silencer's gonna have to be real careful. Two Bear trying to harass Proclus. He might get him here. Throws an Ether Shock. I think if he would have shackled him, he could have gotten him. But top rune, Tally taking a lot of damage from the Sunray, and Blank will draw first blood with that early game harass.
Yeah, it was a great wraparound coming up from Slovakia and hiding next to the side shop while I think Beastmaster was a little bit out of position, and unfortunately it was the support that went down. Yeah, that went down for him in his place, which hashtag sport life, but definitely a really hard tri lane to be against right now.
Clockwork getting rooted by the bear. Shackles come out on him. Now Damali's right clicking him, throws out the cogs, trying to keep him at bay. Does Damali have enough damage to take him down? But in rotates Kellogg. He burrow strikes and takes out the Shadow Shaman. And looks like one or two more hits, and Patroclus will go down. He does a good job of juking the bear for a little bit, traps the bear in the cogs, but will go down. And now Slovakian needs to be careful. Doesn't have enough mana for another burrow strike, but he's able to walk back and get away. Meanwhile, top lane. Okay, I thought there was something going on. I saw cluster.
Yeah, they were trying to get some harass happening, but yeah, the bot lane, definitely a fantastic rotation coming out from the Sand King. I know he was just up top, and he was very quick on knowing where to be, so I think for the most part it was a 1-for-1 trade.
Frostbots comes out on Blank, and Krabby's there to finish him off.
Oof. Yeah, great positioning coming out from these supports and making sure they're being able to pick off early, but both sides, I mean, like I said, doing a great job of early harassing, early kills. Let's see. I would not be surprised to maybe see some of the supports rotating mid, maybe to see if we can get a head one up on one of these mid laners.
Yeah, both are level 7, so both have their ults. Should be good to go for a good fight. Like to see maybe a Sand King make a rotation in, or the Shadow Shaman rotate. What's he have? Only I think once Shadow Shaman hits level 4, he could probably rotate much better if he has a point in Hex.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I think so. I think that would be good for the Shadow Shaman as well. It looks like he's just focused now on kind of stacking these camps, but Patroclus kind of knows what's going on. He realizes what he's trying to do, and he's just trying to kind of harass him out of here and say, hey, stop it. My battery assault.
He pops battery assault, and Cogs traps them in. It's going to be enough. Finishes them off with a rocket flare.
Yeah, I think that was definitely a dangerous place for the Shadow Shaman to be. I mean, he clearly saw that Patroclus saw what was happening, and now he's just going to TP out.
Another set of cogs. Bear could have possibly entangled him, but got pushed back by the cogs. So just an unlucky movement there. And he did hit 6, and he got his tranquil boots, so he's gonna look to start making some rotations and some ganks now, I'd say.
Oh yeah, yep. We have a Sand King holding on to a smoke already, so I think that the Dire side is probably gonna be looking to maybe do some ganking with that smoke.
Yeah, I think he's just kind of sitting and soaking some levels right now.
Yep. We already have a minus completed on the Lone Druid pretty quickly. Let's see what other items we have on here. Silencer, just normal for now.
Oh, got a 2-man rotation coming in on bot lane. Patroclus and Steve rotating down here. Trying to get a gank on either Damali. Oh, hookshot comes out on Damali into the cogs. He is taking tower damage, though. Battery assault doing a lot of damage. Slovakian burst strikes in. Two Bear gets dream coiled and will go down to Patroclus's battery assault as well. Meanwhile, top lane looks like Krabby is harassing Gas Bear, but Blank there trying to help out with some spirits, trying to hold him back.
Yeah, again, fantastic rotations coming out from these supports. Like I said, that Sand King being in the right place at the right time, and maybe that Lone Druid was kind of distracted by putting his bear into the cogs that he didn't realize the hook shot coming in on him. Yeah, it was a great play, taking down those two down bottom.
Yeah, that was a good rotation.
Yeah, definitely delaying the Lone Druid a bit. Go ahead.
Yeah, two ults resulting in 2 kills, so definitely a good use of your ults. Oh, Clockwork gets entangled and shackled, and he'll go down. Damali finishes him off with a right click.
Yeah, that was a little dangerous, being that far forward, knowing that he was by himself. Maybe he just got a little too confident there. Oh no, the lag.
Um,
We're
yeah.
back. We have returned.
Hey, there we are.
Yeah, all right. It's the EU server. What can I do? Did I
Yeah,
miss much?
unfortunate. No, Damali took down the Dire Tier 1 offlane tower, but nothing, no fights or anything.
Yeah, looks like the silencer is already a level 11. I think the puck I saw was at a 9. So maybe he was pulling ahead just a little bit there. Oh, smoke coming out. Maybe they're looking to take down the silencer.
I think they may have scouted that out with that rocket flare.
Yeah,
I
there's
think,
a ward right there as well.
yeah, they may have caught the smoke over the cliff's edge. I don't know. So,
Yeah, there's some pinging already coming out.
yeah, blank has been seen. Top is being pressured. They might rotate in, but looks like this Dire team wants to take this mid tier 1. Silencer's here. He might just walk up and pull back the creeps, but he is hesitant.
A lot of harass coming out from the lone druid. Looks like he's already been able to take down that tower. And this guy,
Oh,
Clockwork. Ooh, with the clutch hook shot.
blank in the mid lane tries to make a rotation, but is spotted out by Two Bear and Madhu. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right.
Madhu. Madhu.
Madhu, Milady. I don't
Malay.
know. Okay, we got a 3-man rotation coming bot, looking to gank
Oh,
this LD. Good wraparound. Out comes the Burrow Strike on him. Pops
the bear.
the veil. Blank dives in to block him. Out comes the fear, but he gets right clicked by Sand King. Madhu trying to, he does finish off the
Phoenix.
Phoenix. Now in comes Clockwork looking for a hook shot target.
Oh, but he's by himself.
Pops the battery salt, traps Two Bear in the cogs, and that looks like he'll finish off Two Bear. Yeah, but he's also taking a lot of damage here. Frost Blast comes out, and he'll be finished off by the glaives of Madhu, and looks like Slovakian's just going to TP out. Meanwhile, the top lane, now there's 3 there, trying to push back Krabby.
It's like there's 4 up there. They're really trying to push, get this tower down. Lifestealer taking advantage of the stacks made by their supports. Maybe sharing it a little bit with the puck. But yeah, down bottom, it was unfortunate that he was so far under tower. I think maybe the Shadow Shaman should have backed off just a little bit, just because he knew he was by himself, or maybe he was waiting for his team to come in. But it was at least that they did get that trade off.
Yeah, got some drawn coming out from who is that? It looks
It's
like
the Brim.
Beastmaster, maybe?
Is it the Beastmaster?
I couldn't tell if it was Beastmaster or Clockwork. Either way, some nice fancy drawings coming out.
Definitely look at those ovally circles. All right. Let's see. We have a lot of vision coming out from both sides. The Dire side already has quite a few wards planted out. It's a good one, especially planted out near that top tower, being able to make sure that they prevent any ganks while they try to push this forward.
Patroclus catches Madhu in his cogs, but he just force staffs out. Hookshot is used. In comes Gas Bear, who open wounds him. Battery assault going, and Patroclus will finish off Silencer. This is battery assault.
Yep, Silencer was silenced.
Yeah, he was a bit too far forward, trying to push this bot lane, but got punished for it.
Yeah, I definitely think it's time for maybe both teams at least to start grouping up and taking objectives. I think running by themselves now, especially with this lifestealer being able to roam, is a bit too dangerous, and I think they're going to be able to take this tier 1 bottom from the Radiant.
Yeah, I think Radiant's probably gonna let them have it. They might TP in, but
Looks
I
like
mean
they're
it
trying.
is a full tower. It looks like they might try and trade.
Yeah, but the Phoenix here is defending, and we have someone TPing up
Clockwork
top.
TPing in. So that just leaves the Lifestealer. And he has another wave getting ready to come in, but so does Radiant. But it looks like we have a positioning for a fight coming up.
He's taking a lot of damage from that tower. He's pretty low.
Bear goes in, tangles up the Clockwork, fears him, so he can't do anything coming out of it.
Oof.
And he will go down to Madhu. And Blank needs to be careful. We already have 6 int stolen on the Silencer, so he's off to a decent start.
Oh yeah, and this bear just tears through towers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the Phoenix Blank hiding up in the trees. Maybe he doesn't have a TP, or he's trying to just scout it out.
Krabby TP's bottom. They do scan and they catch Phoenix in the trees. They know he's there. But looks like they want to push. They throw down the wards and they're looking to take this tier 2.
Yeah,
King's coming out.
In the meantime, we just have Krabby down trying to defend against Gas Bear, but Gas Bear looks like a TP up top as well. There's the ult.
Oh, he tried, but he roared and kept him from TPing up. Out comes the silence. Looks like Demolly got caught in the cogs, but he is able to fear and make it out, although he goes down. Or no, Slovakian takes down Tally, and Steve is able to finish off Two Bear, and Madhu will finish off Slovakian. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Krabby getting gone on by Gas Bear, who looks like, oh, the jukes are real. Great juke, and we still have a chase going on in the top lane.
A few hits away.
Oh, Demolly's able to TP out. Wow, great. Wow, I am thoroughly impressed by that juke by Krabby.
Oh, absolutely.
I thought for sure he was going down.
Inflated MMR has been doing some great job taking objectives. They, many teams might have just backed up at that point, but they dropped the wards, and I think the Dire just didn't pay attention to the wards, thinking that nothing was going to happen, but they were just tearing through that tower. In the meantime, they got tore through as well by the Radiant side.
Yeah, and looks like he's about to pick up his Blink Dagger. He's going to farm this wave, push it out, and grab his Blink. I was looking to see how close Sand King has his Blink Dagger. Okay, so he's going to be ready to start making some initiations. Silencer also has a Blink Dagger. Man, so many Blink Daggers.
We're going to have a lot of going in and out, and all the supports looks like Tally already is working on his 4 staff. He's just about almost there. And same thing with the Shadow Shaman. Everyone has 4 staffs and blinks. They're all about getting in and out of position.
Yeah, and saving each other from the cogs when Clockwork hook shots a teammate and traps them.
That's a great counter. Let's see, we have the armlet completed on the Lifestealer. What else have we got?
Oh yeah, and it looks like and he's close to finishing a Echo Saber as well. Usually, I like to see, because I mean, he did go with Armlet, so that will provide him some extra damage. I usually like to see Armlet into Deso and then into an Echo Saber. But with the Armlet, he should be able to do some decent damage. He has some other teammates help him out. He did infest the puck before coming out from base, and so Steve will be able to blink in and or illusory orb into fights and pop out.
Oh yeah, and then I think with that Echo Saber, just giving him an extra attack in a quick succession, that kind of thing. So I think it'll be good for him in those. Oh, it looks like he did infest in the puck right now. Oh, but
Oh, Roar comes
Krabby,
out, but out pops out
our
yeah,
Steeler.
Gasper. I couldn't remember who it was. Krabby trying to TP out. Will he be able to finish him?
Oh,
Yeah, he's able to get out. Patroclus tries to hook shot out.
and that chain frost.
Slovakian able to finish off Two Bear and Towley. Now Gasper trying to go on Damali, but he fears, and Gasper will go down to Damali. Clockwork pops Shrine, tries to get away. Three man hiding in these trees. Steve is so low, hoping to not get spot out by Madhu, and we have a disconnect come out
Oh
just
no.
by accident, hopefully. So,
That might be why he was hiding up in the trees.
yeah, he may have started experiencing some lag, or he may have just,
Tactical
DC'd.
pausing. Oh, there you
Oh
go.
man, quite a bit of fighting in this game. I'm enjoying it. It's a good game
Yeah,
so far.
a lot of these heroes I think are very clash oriented. I mean, we have the Lich with his Chain Frost and the Egg and the Dream Coil. So I think a lot of these are super into like, getting clashes done. And the only benefit I could say with the Radiant side is that they are focusing on getting objectives as well with the
Blinken
bear.
from Savage. Out comes the Burrow Strike, but
Oof.
actually Slovakian is going down. But that down goes Damali, and Madhu's here trying to save his teammate, but he goes down, and now Madhu's in a little bit of trouble here. Icarus dive comes in, slows him. He does get caught in the cogs, throws out the silence or the arcane curse,
Oof.
and he will be going down to Patroclus, and that's the end of a dominating streak
Oh
for the
man.
silencer.
Yeah, it's unfortunate if any of the Radiant heroes actually get caught by themselves. They're not in a very good position just because of the gank potential coming out from the Dire side. But like I said, they've been focusing on getting objectives. It doesn't even look like Dire has been able to take down a single tower on for them.
Yeah, I think here soon they're going to look to group up and start taking like I mean they already grouped up and tried to take a team fight, but I think they're going to hopefully go for some objectives here soon.
Yeah, definitely. See, we
I
have.
really want to see if Tally can reach level 20 and we see this plus 150 damage talent on this Lich.
Oh
It's
man.
ridiculous.
I just realized that I didn't even notice that was there. Um, yeah, I'm sure he'll take that over the money, or maybe the money instead, and see if he can build some items that'll give him damage. I don't know. I feel like money talents are always a good way to go because you can always build items.
Mm-hmm. Could also see the meme. Oh, Entangle comes out on Puck. Out throws the Chain Frost. Puck immediately goes down. But Patroclus trying to get out. Burr's Epicenter being channeled by SK, but immediately gets canceled by Silencer's ult.
It's a great
Axis
silence.
coming out from Krabby. Burr's strike onto Silencer. He gets hexed up. Now he Sandstorm's trying to get away, but the Fear makes the move and Madhu finishes him off.
Oh, it's a great clash coming out. Of course, in the benefit of the Radiant side, it's what it looks like. They're really looking to pressure up this middle lane, so they're probably going to take down this tower and maybe start thinking about how to take high ground, looking towards a Roche.
Yeah, well, yeah, two heroes down for 15. They can push it in. I think, yeah, Bear has finished its Radiance. And, okay, yeah, they're looking to pressure this tower a bit. Oh, they commit the Serpent Wards onto this tower.
Ooh,
Blank trying to
we're all
to
up
get
though.
rid of a few of them.
I don't know
Yeah,
if they're going to
I
try
think
to
they should
defend
back up.
this. Yeah, I think so too. I think it's time to disengage because every the heroes are up, but it doesn't even look like these Dire side is
Oh,
defending.
hookshot comes out from Patroclus and a Burrow Strike. Lone Druid in a lot of trouble
There's
here.
the egg.
The egg is committed and it's dropping soon. No one's hitting it. They're retreating now. Tally really low. And two blinks come out. Tally getting super low. He will go down to SK's Burrow Strike. Two Bear getting chased by Gas Bear still. Might get open wounds. Oh, he turns around and hexes him. Madhu trying to help out. He gets gone on by 3. He force staffs forward, but I don't think it'll be enough. And Lifestealer
Oof.
will finish him off.
Yeah, I think they definitely should have backed a little bit earlier. I mean, luckily they were able to take down that tower, but it was mainly the wards that were doing the job. So I think that maybe they should have dropped the wards, hit a little bit, and backed up.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's how you so far, inflated MMR have been doing pretty well, but that's how you lose games by trying to high ground too early. I think they were doing well by throwing the wards down, but I agree they should have thrown down wards, let Special K be preoccupied with that, and then go for Roche. Oh, Burrow
Oh,
Strike comes out, missed
three.
hook shot. He gets trapped in the coils. Chain Frost doing so much damage
Oh
here.
man, one
SK
more.
will go down to it, and Patroclus caught in the middle. Meanwhile, Lifestealer takes down this tier 1 mid tower, and they catch out Puck, but Puck is being healed by Phoenix's Ray, and he's able to escape Gas Bear going on Two Bear. Two Bear gets eaten up. Icarus dive coming in from Blank. Madu pops the shrine and looks to re-engage maybe?
No, I think it's
Or
time
no,
to back
okay.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's definitely you just saw the power of the chain frost there. I mean, with the cogs and then the burst strike, yeah, there was a whole bunch of heroes there, but it was also everyone was grouped up around that, trying to get around where that burst strike and cog happen, and chain frost just tearing it up, bouncing along. So many people.
Yeah, did so much damage. Uh Finished. Oh, apparently Slovakian went down to Two Bear. Two Bear, I think, ether shocked him or something, but still did most of the damage done by that chain frost.
Oh yeah,
So
it's
what's okay? He does have a force staff, and now he's going into his Ags.
yep. And Silencer finishing up his or already have his dragon lance. Let's see, we have
Okay,
an
yeah, he's going in
axe.
for his hurricane pike. So what's on the bear now? What is okay? He's going for an AC next. Just going bear centric build.
Oh yeah, and then we have an assault cuirass queued up for Krabby. Let's see.
Uh, Yeah, Krabby going for a Pipe of Insight, trying to negate a lot of this magic damage from Phoenix and Puck. Oh, hook shot out onto Two Bear. He's trying to ward, gets caught out. Four staffs out. Might be able to get. He's slowed up by this Sunray, and he hexes Clockwork, but will go down anyway, and
Okay,
then
yeah.
de-warded.
Kind of an aggressive position for that Shadow Shaman to be trying to ward up by himself, knowing all heroes were missing, possibly.
Yeah, lots of vision from this dire team.
Yeah.
Even over here on to watch Roche in case if this Radiant team tries to take Roche.
Yeah, I think it's vital that they have a lot of vision. I mean, especially because the Radiant side has the bear, has the boar, has the bird. So just trying to make sure that they have the same amount of vision as the Radiant side does as well. So it's a great job from the supports coming out, putting out those wards, especially the sentries trying to scout out the bird.
Yeah. Do we have I can't tell if they're wanting. Okay, we do have a smoke on Silencer in case, but I don't know if they're. Okay, he finished his bots. Okay, but it looks like they're wanting to pressure this bot lane.
Yeah, it looks like the Radiant are grouping up to see if they could take the tower down here. Meanwhile, the Dire are pretty separated right now. It looks like they might be trying to lick their wounds and, farming up, but this Radiant side is ready to take down this tower, ready for another fight.
Ready to fight around this tier 2 tower. Patroclus running forward, looking for a hookshot target. Gets blocked out by a creep in the bear.
And the Global Silence is ready if needed.
Yeah, and Two Bear sitting over here in the trees waiting to throw down wards or shackle someone. Bear getting harassed back, taking a lot of damage. Infest into Steve. Hookshot goes out, misses, but out comes the illusory orb, catches the bear, but instantly just gets torn apart. And the silence comes out. Gas Bear trying to take on Damali, but is getting tore up. Krabby still out comes the egg. Two-man burrow strike epicenter coming out, doing a ton of damage. Phoenix does go down, but Patroclus manages to take down two. Two Bear finishes him off with a ether shock, and now Sand King retreating. Triple kill for the Shadow Shaman. And that is a full team wipe, folks.
Wow, I don't even know. I mean, the ultimates on the Dire side were greatly placed. The egg, the epicenter, when the Lifesteal were trying to tear everything up, but it was just the Radiant just kind of outplayed them there, being able to throw out even with all their ults, they weren't able to take down much besides the two, the Lone Druid and the Beastmaster, basically the Vision heroes. But now they drop down their wards and they're going to be taking high ground.
Yeah, Dabby immediately after that fight happened, pinged the tier threes saying, "I still have my ult. Let's do this." So, yeah, there's nothing they can do. It's a dead tier three.
Yep, and it was good they did disengage earlier this time, knowing that the Dire were respawning.
Yeah, and he's sitting on 2,300 gold now, so might be going towards a refresher orb, I'd say. Um, that or
Probably.
Ags, but I'd like to see a refresher.
Yep. I think that would be a great hero. Great hero. A great item for him as well. He is a great hero. What can I say? Let's see
Yeah,
what
it
other.
looks like Bear is getting close to having his AC. Just a chainmail and recipe left, so not much further.
Yeah, Phoenix is getting close to the Rod of Atos. Looks like they're trying to find some lockdown.
I
Let's
really
see.
like the change to the Rod of Atos recipe. The build up is so much easier. I always liked the concept of Atos, but it was just such a pain to build.
Oh yeah, and I think now with the what it does offer to the team, it's a great item to build, great lockdown. It's just I think that item right now is really good in this meta.
Hmm.
Let's see. What else do we have going on as far as items? Yeah, we have this Puck trying to push out, but he does have to be careful being that, there are no heroes there, but he's by himself.
Yeah, and looks like this Radiant team has really forced Gasper to alter some of the talents that he takes. Usually, you see the 5 stats and then the 25 damage from the Lifestealer, but they forced him to pick the 250 health because he keeps getting blown up in some of these team fights.
Yeah, I don't know if I totally like that. I mean, he does need the survivability, and I think just because he's getting basically distracted by the bear or something like that, kind of giving him something to deal with, meanwhile, the rest of the team is just not able to.
Oh, 3-man coil by Puck blinks in, immediately goes back out. Silence comes out, baited, but doesn't. Nothing really happening. Oh, hook shot comes out, barely misses the silencer.
And the life stealer is inside the.
Puck gets hexed. 4 staff forward, out comes
Oof.
the life sealer. Instead goes on Krabby. Two Bear able to escape. Chain Frost comes out doing
Oh my
so much
gosh.
damage. 3-man Burrow Strike Epicenter. Gas Bear somehow surviving. Axes come out and Madhu finishes off 2 heroes with a double kill. Triple kill from the silencer. And now they're looking to take tier 3 top.
Wow, yeah, again, it was the same thing where the ults did come out. I mean, the epicenter, but it looked like it got canceled. That's what ended up happening. But that Chain Frost again doing so much work because this Dire team wants to group up with the Lifestealer popping out and wanting to fight behind him. But again, it does so much damage.
So it looks like they're instead they're going to split up. They're going to try and take these mid racks while taking the tier 2 or
I
tier
mean,
3 top,
I
or
mean,
trying
with
to at
no one
least.
to really defend, I think maybe they're just trying to really get down to their objective gaming, and I don't know if they have the wards available right now.
Yeah,
They need to be careful.
yeah. I think they're just trying to secure their advantage in these lanes. Another Dream Quote comes out,
Oof.
catches 2. Damali overstays his welcome and will go
Yeah,
down.
yeah, definitely. I think they should have just dropped their wards
Also,
and
they
backed
catch
up.
Madhu, but Madhu's able to TP out.
Yeah, knowing that those heroes were respawning,
Meanwhile,
yeah, definitely not a good place. They need to learn how to disengage, learn to back, maybe drop those wards, do the damage, and get back.
yeah, they almost get the range barracks. Range barracks only has 110 health on them. Melee regenning up, so they do get 1 lane of racks, so that does secure the push in the mid lane. So
Yeah, it
at
might have
least
been better. Go ahead.
they don't have to worry. I'm just saying they don't have to worry about the mid lane
Yeah.
pushing in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it might have been better to use those wards on the objective that they were thinking about in the first place of taking down that last tier 3. Maybe secure that one and have all of the barracks or all of the racks exposed. That might have been a better use for the wards instead of waiting until the heroes respawn. Duh.
It's all good.
English words. We're working on it.
So Madud has a BKB now. Now that he doesn't really have to worry about Puck or the slow from Icarus dive or anything. Looks like Gasper does finish off his Desolator, working towards an Abyssal now.
Yep. Oh. This silencer's got to be a little careful. We have 3 in the mid, and yeah, he needs to back off. It looks like they're trying to group up again and maybe take down another push. Rocket Flare. Check in for the
Scouting out
Roche.
Roche, yep.
That might be a
Which
good
wouldn't be a.
idea.
I was about to say
Yeah.
exactly. Take a team fight, go into Roche, get Aegis, and then go in high ground, take the 2 last remaining sets of racks and lanes.
Looks like they were just looking for a place to smoke, and they did choose a great place where there were no wards. Trying to look for another clash here is what it looks like.
Looks like they might run into the Clockwork. Yep, they catch out the Clockwork. In comes the Hex from Two Bear. Shackles as well. The Roar comes out on Puck. Puck getting blown up. Goes down to the Ether Shock of Two Bear.
Oof.
And looks like Damali's pressuring in the bot lane as well. Actually, it looks like they're just going to turn and come to the bot lane and try to take this exposed set of racks.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, it's a good thing. I think it was a great idea, actually, for the Dire side to kind of back up and defend their base. If they tried to take a fight there, it might have been detrimental.
Just letting the bear push, pulls him back when he starts getting gone on. Axe is coming out, buyback from Steve. Might want to think about coming back. Rocket Flare. They're kind of using the bear also to block the shackle shot. The wards are committed. Two Bear gets open wounds, goes out. A 4-man Dream Coil coming out. Epicenter Burrow Strike from Slovakian. Two Bear does go down. And they catch the bear with Yules. In comes the Radiant again. Patroclus taking a lot of damage. Is able to shackle shot out of it. Lifestealer buys back. And TP's back in. He's looking to clean up. He open wounds Krabby. Krabby blinks back.
Yeah, again, the Dire, I think they weren't paying attention to the wards for the most part. I know they wanted to take on a fight and take on the clash, but those wards were killing their barracks, and they've lost it because of that. Yeah, I think, again, those wards are just really frustrating to deal with. I mean, they're just there, but you want to kill it, but there's a clash going on, so kind of torn.
Yeah, you kind of have to pick your poison.
Yeah, and I think at this point, because it was barracks, I would have, at least they're 2 hits each, I think. Maybe at least commit one person to 2 hitting all of those wards and then hookshotting in or something, or sending someone in after.
How much int does our Silencer's at 36 stolen int?
Yeah, and he's number 2 on the net worth chart right now, right below the Lone Druid. So he is sitting pretty, and I think the next to him are about 4K behind, and that's the Clockwork. And this Lifestealer, he's just suffering. He's about 400 gold below his own Clockwork.
Gasper runs into Damali and Madhu. In comes Two Bear, blinks in, Hex, Shackle. Out comes the Arcane Curse and the Silence, and this will be a dead Lifestealer. Tally finishing him off with a Frost Blast.
Yeah, and that Lifestealer basically just falls off. He's at 11K net worth and is so far behind to be the hard carry on that side.
Yeah, and he bought back. He has no buyback right now, so they're looking to push this this top lane of racks.
Yeah, they're looking to do the last one. I think I don't know, maybe try to take this racks. I'm surprised they haven't gone for a Roshan at all this game.
Cogs to try and push back the creeps.
Oof. Yeah, but the bear still gets
Wards are
through,
committed.
He's just wards and the bear just kill those killed buildings.
Puck having some more DC issues, unfortunately, but it's all good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry. Having a nice day.
At least some pleasantries coming out.
I think it's an EU thing.
Yeah, they're a lot nicer than NA.
Let's see.
I'm planning my rampage.
That's so funny.
Does have his Blade Mail and his Lotus Orb.
That was all chat. Let's see what other items we have. We have a Yule's probably coming out from, if he can, the Sand King. Ags.
Yeah, he's getting close.
Let's see.
Puck is back.
Maybe try
almost has Ags on Damali. And we are back.
This is
Two Bear
good
blinks
pause.
in Hex and
Oh my
shackles
gosh.
Blank. Blank taking a lot of damage. Krabby does get silenced and dream coiled. Patroclus commits the hook shot, but out comes the Chain Frost, takes down two. He has a double
Oof.
kill. Nice epicenter coming out from Slovakian.
But they have
Kellogg's taking
BKBs.
a lot of damage. He goes down. Icarus dive coming through, but that would be a dead Phoenix. And now only Slovakian is the only one alive,
GG.
and
Yeah,
GG is
definitely
called.
GG. It was a valiant effort coming out from that dire side, but that epicenter just wasn't doing enough. I mean, everyone had BKBs. It was just wasn't able to really commit the damage, and the lifestealer falling off early, he just wasn't able to get the damage, trying to respond to all the vision heroes that were there. So great game all in all. I really liked this lineup from Inflated MMR.
Yeah, it was, and like you said earlier, that Lich Chain Frost doing a lot of damage. Got him a triple and a double and a triple kill at one point. So great job coming out from the Lich. But yeah, this has been TJ Sutton and Ginger F for Game 1 of Inflated MMRs versus the Special K. We will return shortly for Game 2.